Good evening, viewers, and welcome back to WNBA Trending. I'm your host, Ava, and tonight, we dive into a heartfelt story that has been the talk of the basketball world. After a grueling season filled with high expectations, emotional highs, and painful setbacks, Indiana Fever rookie sensation Caitlin Clark has finally spoken out following her team's playoff elimination. Her message to her teammates, fans, and the broader WNBA community is one that deserves to be heard in full. The Indiana Fever, a franchise that has struggled in recent years, entered the 2025 WNBA season with renewed hope and excitement, largely due to the arrival of Caitlin Clark. The rookie guard out of Iowa was not just a draft pick, she was a movement. Known for her deep shooting range, court vision, and competitive fire, Clark immediately transformed the Fever into one of the most-watched teams in the league. But as every sports fan knows, success never comes easy. The Fever battled through injuries, tough opponents, and growing pains throughout the year, only to fall short in the postseason. The playoff loss was a tough pill to swallow. The Fever had built momentum late in the season and entered the playoffs with optimism. Yet when the final buzzer sounded, it was their opponents celebrating advancement while Indiana was left reflecting on what might have been. For Clark, who has always thrived under the spotlight, this was a humbling moment. After the game, Caitlin Clark took to social media and later addressed reporters with a message that has since gone viral. In her own words, she expressed gratitude, resilience, and a promise to come back stronger. She thanked her teammates for their dedication, acknowledged the fans for standing by the team through ups and downs, and reminded everyone that the journey is far from over. Clark's message wasn't just about basketball, it was about building a culture. She said, "This is just the beginning for us. We're building something special here in Indiana, and I couldn't be more proud of how far we've come. It hurts right now, but that hurt is what fuels growth. To the fans, thank you. You've made this season unforgettable, and I promise we'll be back even stronger." Her words struck a chord, not only with Fever supporters, but with basketball fans across the country. Social media exploded with reactions, with hashtags like #CaitlinClark, #FeverStrong, and #WNBA Playoffs trending within hours. Let's take a closer look at why this message matters so much. For one, Clark represents hope. The Fever have been searching for a superstar to anchor their franchise since the days of Tamika Catchings. Clark's arrival instantly lifted the team's profile, leading to sellout crowds, national TV coverage, and even crossover attention from NBA players and celebrities. Her rookie year was not just about individual stats, it was about sparking belief in a franchise that desperately needed it. Statistically, Clark had one of the most impactful rookie campaigns in recent WNBA history. She finished the season averaging impressive numbers, showcasing her signature deep three-pointers, fearless drives to the rim, and ability to facilitate for her teammates. But as Clark herself pointed out in her message, basketball is not just about numbers. It's about learning how to win, about developing chemistry, and about overcoming adversity together. The Fever's playoff run, while short-lived, provided invaluable experience for the young roster. They went toe-to-toe with some of the league's top teams, showing flashes of brilliance but also exposing areas that still need improvement. Clark admitted as much, noting that both she and her teammates have plenty of room to grow. Her leadership in these moments is especially striking. Though just a rookie, Clark has already embraced the role of a franchise cornerstone. Many players her age might shy away from the spotlight after a disappointing loss, but Clark leaned into it, choosing to deliver a message of hope instead of retreating in silence. That resilience is one of the reasons fans connect with her. Clark has faced criticism, pressure, and enormous expectations since her college days, yet she continues to respond with humility and determination. It's the same spirit that carried her through her record-breaking career at Iowa, where she shattered scoring records and elevated women's basketball to new heights. For the Fever, the road ahead is filled with opportunity. The team now has a foundational superstar to build around, a passionate fan base that has reignited, and the lessons of this playoff journey to carry forward. Clark's message serves as a rallying cry not just for her teammates, but for the entire organization and its supporters. In addition to her message about the Fever, Clark also spoke more broadly about the state of women's basketball. She emphasized the growth of the WNBA, the importance of visibility, and the power of representation. Her impact off the court may be just as significant as her performance on it. Every time she steps into the spotlight, she brings more attention, more investment, and more credibility to the women's game. Her words after the playoff loss reflect that bigger picture. We're all part of something bigger than just one season or one game. Women's basketball is growing, and I'm proud to be part of that movement. Losses hurt, but they don't define us. What defines us is how we respond, and I know we'll respond the right way. As the Fever head into the offseason, the front office will be tasked with surrounding Clark with even more talent to maximize their potential. The foundation is there. Clark's shooting, passing, and leadership give them a building block that any franchise would envy. Now it's about adding pieces, developing chemistry, and staying healthy. For the fans, Caitlin Clark's message is both a consolation and a promise. Yes, the season ended in disappointment, but the future is undeniably bright. The Fever are no longer a forgotten franchise. They're one of the most talked about teams in the league. And much of that is thanks to Clark's presence. The story of Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever is still being written. This playoff loss is just one chapter, but it's a chapter that will fuel the next stage of their journey. Clark's words remind us all that setbacks are part of the process, and greatness is built over time. So, as fans look back on the season, they'll remember not just the losses, but the hope that was restored, the excitement that was reignited, and the promise of what's to come. Caitlin Clark's message after the Fever's playoff loss is clear. This is not the end. It's the beginning. And that's all for today's coverage here on WNBA Trending. I'm Ava, and thank you for joining me as we unpacked Caitlin Clark's powerful message to the Indiana Fever after their playoff exit. Stay tuned for more updates, analysis, and stories from around the WNBA. Until next time, keep believing in the game and the players who inspire us all.